I'll tell you this. Volkov versus Werdum, for me, I got to start with this. There's always pushback. Verdum's last opponent wasn't terribly known. He was tougher than hell. He was a top 10 fighter. When you're talking about Volkov, he's nasty. I mean, he's in really good shape for a heavyweight. I don't think enough gets made out of that. He'll start everything with a jab, and then and that jab you don't really have to worry about. He's just doing it to measure you. But whatever comes behind that has bad intentions. He's also a guy with some tremendous courage, right? I've heard arguments that Verdum's the best heavyweight ever. I could make that argument pretty successfully. Now, I don't know that he would get my vote as best ever, but I don't think he has to, right? If he's in the conversation, imagine how good you have to be in that conversation. He was the world champion. He beat Fedor. He beat Fedor, who was the other world champion from Pride, and there was always this big debate. Werdum is something special. He's also the right size. He weighs in about 139 pounds, but he stands about 6'4". So he's long and lean. He's not one of these big, sluggish heavyweights. He's in the 5-round club. He doesn't get intimidated. Go out and see his fight with Cain Velasquez, and you have to remember that time frame. Cain Velasquez was the most feared heavyweight to ever have stepped in there. Werdum, that was no big deal for him. Werdum is very reckless. That's what makes him so dangerous. It's what makes him so effective. It's also the one notch against him. He goes out there and fights like he does not care if he's going to get hit, if he's going to get clipped. He will put himself in very dangerous positions. 1 out of 20 times, that bites him in the ass. And you never know what time that's going to be. You never know when is that time when his hands down, when him faking a kick and leaving himself open up top to set something up. When is that time when one of these heavyweights is going to reach out and touch someone? That's the only problem you really have with Werdum. Aside from that, when you break him down, he's nasty. And don't forget, he's a decorated jiu-jitsu practitioner who's gotten so good with his hands and his feet and his elbows that he doesn't even go to the ground very often. Guys don't want to put him there. He doesn't really try to take other guys there. He stays on his feet, and that's not even his forte. Something very special there. But he's a hard guy to say is a lock because he is risky.